Hello and welcome to Fatherhood in Focus. My name is Felix Barber. Today I'm going to teach you how to become a YouTuber or start a YouTube using just your phone and nothing else. That's it, just your phone. To begin with, who is a YouTuber? A YouTuber is a person that creates video content for the YouTube website. They are also sometimes called content creators. The YouTube website is the second largest search engine in the world. So why not get on there, do anything that you can, and then create something big for yourself. So if you want to sell something, if you want to promote your product, if you want to preach, if you have any talent or skills, you don't need a high-end production to start with. You start with using just your mobile phone that you have in your pocket. And today I'm going to teach you a few tips on how you can start the YouTube channel using just your mobile phone. The mobile phone is easy to use. Everyone has one in their pocket, so it's very easy. So first tip is, because the phone is always in our pockets and in our hands, it always collects dirt. It collects fingerprints and then water and sweat. So before you begin shooting any video, make sure you give it a good wipe with a clean cloth. Just make sure it's a proper cleaning, glass cleaning cloth. This is because if you use any hard sort of clothing, it might scratch the screen. So just make sure the lens on the mobile phone is cleaned properly. The second tip is, if you're going to do a talking head is like what I'm doing now. I'm sitting and then talking straight into the camera. If you are using the mobile phone, or when you're using the mobile phone to do a talking head, make sure you get some sort of a phone holder. A phone holder is anything that the phone sits in. Like a perfect example is this one here. The phone is sitting on there and it's placed on a tripod. This is a mini tripod. So you need something like this to sit the phone on and then talk to the phone as I'm doing now. Right now, I will just put the mobile phone screen. So if you're going to talk to the people, if you're going to preach or say something to the people, this is the perfect way to go. Now I'm talking on the mobile phone, and if I didn't tell you this quality, if I didn't tell you that it's a mobile phone, I'm sure you wouldn't know, unless you have the eye, or the people that are professional, so-called, will know that, oh, this was shot on a mobile phone. Some of these mobile phones have a higher quality than some camcorders. So don't underestimate the phone that you have. Just start. All you need to do is start. So first point is, make sure your lens is clean. Second, make sure your phone is sitting on something that will give you sort of a stability, so that the video is not going to be shaky. If you have no access, if you're on a budget and you cannot buy any a mini tripod, just make sure your phone is sitting on something. You can arrange books, you can put it on some sort of wall, and then support it with any wood or anything that can hold the phone stable, and then you're good to go. Number 3 is lighting. Lighting is a way to expose your video to make it look nice. If you don't have money to buy professional lighting, the best way is to shoot during the day. Use the natural light, that is the sun. The perfect way to do it is to shoot by the window. Put your phone by the window, and then you face the window. For example, let's pretend this light here is the window. I just sit in front of the window and then put the camera right in front of me like this. So the light from the window is illuminating my face, as you can see now. Imagine the light is the window, and then I've placed the camera between myself and the window. So the window is illuminating my face, and I am perfectly lit. Screen orientation is the way to hold your camera. So if you're not shooting for Instagram and you're shooting for YouTube, always make sure you are shooting in a landscape mode. When you do it like this, what happens is when you're watching on a big screen like the television or a laptop, you get these black black spaces on both sides of the screen. Let me just do an example here. Right now I'm shooting in a landscape mode. The landscape mode is you have a wider screen, but when you turn it like this, what is going to happen is you see the size of the screen. There is a bigger kind of a waste space, which doesn't look professional. So always make sure your screen orientation is in the landscape mode. Shoot in the landscape mode. It is perfect, because when you watch a movie or when you watch the TV, you realize that all the screen is filled. Majority of mobile phones have the rear camera, that is the one here. The quality that comes from the lens is better than the selfie mode. So if you're using the mobile phone, try as much as you can to use the rear camera. But the only disadvantage is that when you're using the rear camera, you can't see yourself. And the solution to that is get some sort of mirror and place it behind the mobile phone so you can see yourself whilst you're shooting. The next point is going to be frame composition. Framing is the elements in the picture that you're shooting or in the video. So for example, in this video, the element in this video that I'm shooting is myself. You can see the laptop, you can see my mic, you can see this one here. So the elements or things that you put in the picture adds beauty to the video. So always pay attention to your background, pay attention to what's in the photo, pay attention to make sure the main subject is popping or there are no stuff that is taken away from the main subject. If you have a whole lot of things in your video, it kind of confuses the viewer. So always make sure you bring attention to yourself. Anything that is in the frame, make sure it's there for a reason. If there's anything in your frame that is irrelevant to what you're saying, then it takes away, or sometimes it takes attention away from you, and then the message that you're trying to send out becomes useless. Audio in videography is as important as your video. If your video is very beautiful, is very high end, is very high quality, but your sound is poor, no one is going to watch it. I mean, they want to hear the message, they want to hear what's going on. If you are seeing a good picture but no sound, then you must as well not shoot at all, because they work hand in hand with each other. And when it comes to mobile phones has the best microphone in the device, because its main purpose is to make phone calls and then for the other party to hear. So it's good. One thing that I can also say is that mobile phones microphone is good for making calls, but when it comes to video, the microphones on mobile phones are so sensitive that they pick some sort of 360-degree or sounds around you. So whenever you're shooting a video and then someone is talking on your left hand side, someone is talking in front of you, behind you, you pick all those kind of sounds, and then it kind of adds some background noise into your video, and it doesn't look good. To solve the problem, always use your mic, that is the headphone mic or earphone mic. This one here, what happens is it's close to your mouth, so it's picking majority or a lot of the sound from your mouth because it's close to your mouth. Other way that you can also do is get lapel mic. It's called lapel mic. What you do is you plug this side into the headphone jack and then clip the mic into your shirt. So what is happening is, as you are talking, it's only picking the sound around this area of your body, which is perfect. So you get a clean, clear sound for your video. The next point is, when you're using your mobile phone, there's a way that you can brighten or darken your screen, and especially on the mobile, on the iPhone. I know, I'm not sure about Android, but I'm sure it's the same. When you're shooting and the video becomes too dark or too bright, all you need to do is to just touch the screen of your mobile phone and then just drag it up or down. So as you can see, when I drag my one down, it goes darker. When I drag it up, it becomes brighter. So just touch the screen and then drag it back and forth, up and down as I'm doing it, and it will expose your video correctly. Or so you expose it to how you want it. And to lock the exposure, you just keep your hand on there, and then it locks everything in place. So as you're shooting, it's not going to be brightening or darkened by itself. That is the best way to do it. So the reason why I'm doing this video is to help you get away or refrain from the excuse of saying, oh, I cannot afford a professional camera or a video camera before, so I cannot do YouTube. No, you can start with what you have. That is the mobile phone. Actually, is the best way to start if you want to get into YouTube. Just use your mobile phone. Don't wait till you get money to buy a camera before you start. The best way is to just start. I mean, you just need to take the step. As I am doing now, it's not like I am comfortable or I have everything that I'm doing. I have every camera or I have every gear, so I am okay. No, I started from somewhere. Even that, as I'm doing this video now, it's not easy. It's hard. Like, I'm not discouraging you, but I am not a person that kind of can say, I get scared when I'm talking to people, you know, but I have to gather courage. I have to start somewhere. I am also learning. YouTube is, as you do it, you learn as you go along. So just start with what you have now, and then you realize that it's actually not that bad. You got a device that can take a good video, has good audio, and then when you finish also, you can also edit the video on your mobile phone. So that brings me to the apps that you can use to edit your video when you finish shooting. The first one on the iPhone is you can use iMovie, which comes free for iPhones. So if you buy or if you have an iPhone, you just go to App Store and then just use iMovie, and then it's just straightforward. You can cut, edit, and then just straight upload it onto YouTube. For Android, there's a whole lot of apps on Android. So as I said, it's not an excuse. You have everything you need to start YouTube today. The main thing is to have a plan and then be consistent and keep doing videos as time goes on. For me, what I'm trying to do now is I'll try and put something out. So sometimes I put myself and my family, sometimes I have to do tutorials. So as I keep doing it, a time will come where I'll be comfortable in what I want to do. It's also based on the response from my viewers. My main thing is I love like sharing information as to everything that I know. I like to give it out for free. I like to share my knowledge on everything when it comes to like photography, videography, or anything that I have kind of passion for. If you find this video helpful, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and then also hit the notification bell, and that will be of very help for me, and then also it will encourage me to do more. So thank you for watching. See you on my next video.